Welcome back. We are joined by our political insiders on this Tuesday night. Democratic strategist Mark Singal and Republican strategist Charlie Giroux. Busy day today. It's a busy day for the president, already eventful with his foundation being dissolved and his administration banning bump stocks, and now his former national security advisor Michael Flynn sentencing delayed. What are your thoughts about the delay until March? What does this mean?
Well, the odd thing about it was that both the prosecution and the defense lawyers walked in with a deal.
Sure.
They said basically to the judge, look, he's been a cooperative witness, so we're going to recommend no jail time whatsoever. But there was an incident that occurred, and he made some kind of a comment, and his lawyer said something about, well, he might have been tricked by the FBI. The judge didn't like that.
No.
And he thought that that was a little grandstanding, and so he revoked the deal. And he said, you know what, we're going to wait until March 13th. I may or may not give you jail time.
Well, these interesting things are that the judges are not compelled by these deals made between counsel, and the judge exercised his authority today. The thing that's a little curious to me is why he postponed it until, quote-unquote, at least March. He was going to postpone it for true sentencing guideline instruction or whatever. It would have been for a much shorter period of time. So there's clearly something that he's looking for here beyond what's already occurred. That remains to be seen.
Well, he'll get to spend the holidays with his family, but that might be the only upside.
Yeah, well, the deal was, and if the judge had accepted the deal, there was going to be no jail time. So he was going to spend his time with a family if the deal had been accepted today.
His probation, and real quickly, Flynn has cooperated with Mueller. Mueller is the guy that signed off and said, look, he's given us a lot of very valuable information, so we're okay with no jail time. So I don't know what they think they're going to get out of him. I
want to get to the government shutdown. Democrats offered the president, some money, but the president was now saying he's going to compromise.
Yeah, I thought that whole show, that whole celebrity president show in the White House was kind of stupid because they were arguing, and you should do those things and work those out as adults behind closed doors and come to an agreement.
Sure.
The president wants $5 billion to build a wall. The Democrats think the wall's stupid, but they're going to give him 1.6, so they'll compromise and he'll get $2 billion.
And they're going to fund what already was appropriated, et cetera. I mean, Mark is right on this. That little tete-a-tete in the White House, that was pure posturing for the television cameras that were there. Even if there were a shutdown, and there's not going to be one, over 75% of the government's already been funded. There's this one little piece involving Homeland Security that hasn't been. That's why this is a leverage piece. That's all it's been. This was all about the quote-unquote optics. It was symbolic rather than real.
Okay. And what would happen if a government, a partial government shutdown happened? What would that look like?
Wouldn't look like much of anything. I mean, it wouldn't affect hardly anybody, and I would guess that 90% or 99% of Americans would go about their daily lives with nothing being out of the ordinary.
Well, true to a certain extent. The average American doesn't really feel that, but there are about 300,000 federal employees who don't get a paycheck and who are working without pay until that gets resolved. And it's just dumb. And the signal it sends to the markets is not very good, and our bond rating and everything else. So it's just really stupid for a CEO to say, if I have to, I'm going to put this company out of business. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't think Mark said that when Chuck Schumer was shutting down the government. So.
Okay, well, we're going to end it there because that's a whole other topic.
It's always dumb. It's always dumb to shut down the government. I'll say that.
I don't disagree.
And you can hear more from our political insiders every Sunday morning. 8:30 is the time on CBS 21's Face the State with Rob Hanrahan. Gentlemen, thank you very much.